Have you ever prayed and felt like heaven was silent? You prayed for healing, the sickness remained. You prayed for peace, the anxiety stayed. You prayed for a way out, and the storm only grew stronger. In those moments, we ask, Lord, where are you? Today's gospel answers that question. After feeding the 5,000, Jesus sends his disciples ahead by boat while he stays behind to pray. During the night, a violent storm rises. The boat is battered by the waves. And Jesus is nowhere in sight. Notice something important, Jesus sent them into that storm on purpose. He knew what was coming. This wasn't abandonment, it was preparation. We often assume that following God's will should spare us from hardship. The gospel says otherwise. Sometimes obedience leads straight into the storm, and the storm itself isn't proof that God has left. Often, it's exactly where he makes himself most known. The disciples rowed for hours against the wind, straight through to the darkest part of the night, when hope is thinnest. Isn't that how life feels sometimes? Family strain. Financial pressure. Illness. Loneliness. We keep rowing. We run out of strength. And slowly, we start to believe we've been forgotten. That's the exact moment Jesus comes, not before the exhaustion, but in the middle of it, when they have nothing left to rely on. He walks toward them on the water. The very waves that threaten to sink them become the road he walks to reach them. That is how God works. The obstacle becomes his highway. The problem becomes the place of his presence. The cross becomes the road to the resurrection. And yet, they don't recognize him. They think he's a ghost. That's what fear does. When we're anxious enough, we mistake God's saving presence for something to be afraid of. We miss that the Lord is already closer than we think. Then Jesus says one of the most beautiful lines in all the Gospels. Take courage, it is I, do not be afraid. Literally, I am, the same words God spoke to Moses at the burning bush. This is not simply a miracle worker crossing the sea. This is the Lord of creation, ruling even over the chaos. And he still says the same words to us, take courage. I am with you. Do not be afraid. The first reading offers a sharp contrast. Hananiah tells the people exactly what they want to hear, peace, and quickly. Jeremiah tells them the truth, and the truth is harder to carry. Hananiah's comfort feels good. It's also false. We live in a culture that loves easy promises, quick fixes, instant relief, nothing required of us. But Jesus never promises a storm-free life. He promises his presence inside the storm. Our faith isn't built on comforting illusions. It's built on the harder, steadier truth that God with us does not leave. By the end of the gospel, Jesus reaches the shore, and the people there recognize him instantly. They bring the sick. Even those who only touch the edge of his cloak are healed. Sit with that contrast for a moment. The disciples, who watched him teach and multiply loaves, missed him in the storm. Ordinary people on the shore knew him at a glance. Maybe the real miracle here isn't walking on water. Maybe it's learning to recognize Jesus wherever he shows up, in peace or in suffering, in joy or in tears. Many of us are carrying storms no one else can see, worry for family, the weight of illness, fear about what's coming, grief we haven't spoken aloud. The gospel doesn't ask us to stop noticing the wind. It asks us to keep our eyes on Christ anyway. Storms will come. Waves will rise. But Jesus is never absent. He may seem delayed, he is never late. And he comes walking over the very things that frighten us most. Saint Teresa of Avila, who knew more than her share of trials, prayed, let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. God alone suffices. Saint Teresa of Lisieux reminds us that trust outlasts fear, that even when we cannot see Jesus, we can still lean on his love. As we celebrate this Eucharist, Jesus comes to us again, not walking across the sea this time, but hidden in the plainness of bread and wine. The same Lord who calmed the storm now comes to enter our hearts. May we hear him say to us today, "Take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid." Amen.